Good morning students, welcome to you all to Standard Commerce. Today's section we are going to discuss chapter 27 Company Management, Unit 10 Company Law and Secretarial Practice. Our topic removal of director and remuneration of director. So we will see one by one. First we are going to discuss removal of director. So a director of company can be removed from his office before the expiry of his term by the shareholders, central government and by the company law board. So removal of director means when and by whom is removed by the director. Okay, from the post of director can be removed by the shareholder, central government and the company law board. So removal of director is different from the retirement of director. So the term of direction is expiry. Before expiry he is retiring from the post. So when we think removal of director before expiry is term, he is removed post from the director. So director removed from his office before the expiry of his term by the shareholders, the central government, the company law board. So the director can be removed from his office in any of the following three ways. First one, removal by shareholders 169. A company, whether public company or private company, may by giving a special notice and passing an ordinary resolution remove a director before the expiry of his period of office without the proof of mismanagement, breach of trust, misfeasance or other misconduct on the part of the director. So a company may be a public company or private company may give a special notice and passing the ordinary resolution, the removal of director can be done by the board. So the director done a mismanagement or misconduct with the directors or any part of fact, misconduct everything, no need to prove. He removed by the shareholder. Conducting meeting itself, the directors removed by the shareholders. If the shareholders feel that the policies pursued by the director are not appropriate, then director can be removed. So the shareholders can do passing an ordinary resolution in the general meeting. So we will already discussed the different types of directors. Okay, so executive director, non-executive director. So executive director means managing the company. The non-executive directors, they look after the policy making, planning strategies, he will look after. So this director role play according to their role. So if he is doing any mismanagement or apply policy, any mistake means the director removed by the shareholders. The next one, removal by central government. So the central government has been empowered to remove managerial personnel from office on the recommendation of the company law board under the following circumstances. First one, where a person concerned in the conduct and management of affairs of company has been guilty of fraud, misfeasance, persistent negligence in carrying out of his obligation. So in doing his duty, if he is managing as a director, he is not playing a role, mismanagement done by him. So this will be passed over to the central government. Okay, so central government CLB. So company law board pass over to the company law board. The company law board recommend to central government this situation, the director removed. Okay, the next one, second point, where the business of company has not been conducted and managed by such person in accordance with the sound business principles or prudent commercial practices. So such persons who is doing the fraudulent or mismanagement, purposely negligence about of the company, such person director not doing the business activities in proper manner, that person removed by the central government. The next point, third point, where when the business of company has been conducted and managed by such person in a manner which is likely to cause injury or damage to the interest of the trade, industry or business. So same personally doing a done a fraud, mismanagement, misfeasance because of the director attitude. If the company like injury or damage to the interest of the trade, industry or business, if it is affects the trade, the central government remove the director. The next last point, where the business of the company has been conducted and managed by such a person with the intent to defraud its creditors, members or any other person. So such a person do or manage with the intention to any other members of the company, the directors removed by the central government. The next point, removal by the company law board. So if an application has been made to the company law board against the operation and mismanagement of the company's affairs by a director, then the company law board may order for the termination of the director's tenure or set aside any agreement that has been entered into between the company and the director. Such order can affect this removal of director from his office. So same situation, the mismanagement, misfeasance, guilty of fraud activity, negligence purposely for the interest of the company. So then this circumstances, the application made by company law board, in that situation the directors removed because of mismanagement. So between the directors and the company, any agreement, then company order the director from the post. The order by company law board with effect for the removal directors from the office. Next topic, remuneration of director. Remuneration of director. What is means remuneration of director means so KMP, key manager person, will get remuneration for their services. So managerial persons covered or managing director, whole-time director, part-time directors and the managers, who shall be paid the remuneration in accordance with the provisions of section 199 of the Companies Act 2013. So in section 197 Companies Act 2013 says about the payment to for the key managerial person. So the payment is called a remuneration. As per 196 Act, a director appointed means they eligible to get the remuneration from the Companies Act 2013. So managerial remuneration. So the managerial remuneration is payable to a person appointed 196 of the Act. The term remuneration means any money or its equivalent given or passed to any person for services rendered by him and includes perquisites. So perquisites means additional privileges enjoyed by the key managerial personnel. Okay. So first point, value of rent free or concession accommodation. So house will be given for free rent. Sometimes concessions also given. That means partly can pay the rent. Second point, value of any other items provided at a free of cost or at a concessional rate. Okay. So maybe the concessional rate or sometime free. Then third point, value of securities or sweat equity shares allotted or transferred by the employer or former employee to the employee. So may they will get the sweat equity shares for his service rendered as a director. Then fourth point, a contribution made by a employer to an approved superannuation fund. So maybe the employer can contribute the superannuation. Then fifth point, value of any other fringe benefit or amenity. Then sixth point, stock options would be part of remuneration for all directors. Next point, forms of managerial remuneration. So what are the forms? First point, based on profit of the company, based on shareholders recommendation, based on shareholders and the central government recommendation. First one, remuneration may be based on the profit of the company. If the shareholders recommending the pay to pay the directors, this much means. So shareholders and central government both together recommended for the director remuneration. There are three options for managerial remuneration. The next point, remuneration allowed to managerial person in case of company having a adequate profits. So both will be includes the managerial person remuneration if based on the profit of the company is remuneration paid off means how many percentage from the profit means 11% remuneration given to the directors. So a public company can repay the remuneration to the directors, including the managing director and whole-time directors and its managers, which shall not exceed 11% of net profit. Okay, so in case of company has only one director, means in that case 11% of profit is not allowed. If they allowed only, if one person company means they allowed only 5%, single director means from the net profit. More than one person only they can get the 11% of remuneration. So it may also noted when a company has only one managing director or whole-time director or manager, the remuneration payable shall not exceed 5%. So I already told you that. So in case of company only one director means in that case 11% of profit is not allowed. Then only 5% of single director, only 5% of net profit single director means. If it is more than one director means 11% is provided for net profit as calculated in the manner laid down in the section 198 of the Companies Act 2013. Okay, so suppose if there is no profit in the company, the sufficient profit to give the remuneration to the directors means, so table A is given for applicable. So remuneration payable by a company in case where is no profit or inadequacy profit without the central government, and to pay the remuneration the excess of above limit in the detail below. The first one, where effective capital is negative or less than 5 crore. If the share capital is less than 5 crore means the limit of yearly remuneration payable shall not exceed rupees 30 lakh. Then 5 crores and above but less than 100 crores means 42 lakhs. So annual remuneration paid to the director. Then 100 crores and above but 100 crores and above but less than 250 crore means 60 lakh. Manager remuneration of the company is 60 lakh. Then 250 crore and above means 60 lakh plus 9.91% of the effective capital of the excess of 250 crore. That means 60 lakh plus 9.91 of effective capital. So these are the remuneration allowed to the directors. So I hope you all understood this topic. We will see the next section. Thank you, students.